Hey up, it's Steve from the Old Yorkshire Geek and some Harry Potter news, specifically, if I can say it, about the new TV show that's coming whenever. But before we start, don't forget, like and subscribe, share the videos, drop a comment, hit the notification bell if you're subscribed already. Lots of links in the description, including links for my books and links for merch and other stuff, my Patreon page, and also throw me a super thanks because StreamYard is putting its money, it has put its prices up. It's nearly doubled for the core tier of StreamYards, which is why I'm doing this on Streamlabs, which is free. I'm thinking of dumping StreamYards, but anyway, that's for another day to talk about. Right, let's talk about Harry Potter. This is from That Park Place. John F. Trent, I'm going to say it again, working himself to death. Anyway, here he is. Newly announced Harry Potter TV writer Andy Greenwald does not like the idea of a rigorous adaptation of the books and said he has not read the books. It is not entirely true, to be completely honest. I did have a quick scan. I usually don't read articles before I talk about them because I'm an idiot. But I had a quick skim through this, and you'll see. Right, let's move this back over there a bit, so we can see the rest of the article. And there's what's his face, Daniel Radcliffe as Harry Potter. You know, I genuinely forgot his name. I had to read it there. Anyway, there. Because I'm old. Right, off we go. One of the newly announced writers for Max's upcoming Harry Potter TV series, Andy Greenwald, claimed that he did not like the idea of a rigorous adaptation of J.K. Rowling's books, despite admitting that it will be successful. Furthermore, he admitted to not even finishing reading all of the books. So, bit of a, said he has not read the books in the title. He's not read all of the books. But anyway. And there's young Daniel Radcliffe. This is it says there, Chamber of Secrets, the second one, with Gilderoy Lockhart, Kenneth Branagh, who turned out to be a kind of a baddie, but not one of the main baddies, but kind of a baddie, wasn't he? Anyway, spoilers. Greenwald was announced as one of the writers on the show on the Writers Guild of America website. His previous credits include being the showrunner of Briar Patch, which I don't think I've ever heard of that, and working on FX's Legion. Don't think I liked that. I think I saw the first episode and I don't think I liked it. People said it was amazing, another take on Marvel mutants and stuff, wasn't it? And I didn't like it. Anyway, there's Ralph Fiennes as Lord Voldemort. Why do we pronounce it as Rafe when it clearly says spelt Ralph? Why do we pronounce it as Rafe? Is he being pretentious? Probably. But I do like him as an actor, and he's a great M in the Daniel Craig Bond films. Anyway, on his podcast, The Watch, back in February, Greenwald was asked if it would be possible to directly adapt Rowling's Harry Potter novels to television. He initially bluntly responded, yes. That's probably how he said it, exactly. Yes. He then explained just how popular the novels and franchises are. Does he need to? These are really, really rich, and they are very long books, especially later in the series. By the way, I've got to admit, I've not read them. I've got the first 5 in there somewhere. I'm pointing to where they are. Started reading the first one, and I know that I've heard they do get better as they go on, but it wasn't for me. I'm rubbish at reading, aren't I? I haven't read the Lord of the Rings books, despite having them. I haven't read the Harry Potter books, despite having them. Anyway, what am I like? Right, anyway, where were we? People adore them, and successive generations are discovering them and loving them every day. The stores are packed everywhere. They are in the country and around the world. People are buying the chocolate frogs and the hats and the owls, all of it. You can monetize almost every single aspect of it, but probably not on YouTube. You can't monetize bugger all on YouTube these days. And they kind of have. Next, he stated, so the idea of an incredibly rigorous text-to-screen adaptation is, I think, probably a safe bet to be a success. Yeah, because you want things to be a success, don't you? You're in the business. It's a business. Showbiz. You're in the business to make money, not to be you can be artistic and also make money, but Money is the primary concern. However, he then shared his thoughts on this. If something is trumpeting its absolute rock-steady faithfulness, I think the pleasures that can be derived from that are probably not going to be for me, because I didn't read all the books. I read them to my older daughter until she could read them for herself, and then she dusted me. Why haven't you read them now? You get a job, as a writer on a Harry Potter TV series, the first thing you should do is read all of the books. Innit? It is, innit? I mean, there's only, 7? So just get on with it. Just do it. And I think maybe there's some other creative possibilities within this world, but J.K. Rowling controls all of it and is not going to let anyone else come play with her toys. Well, that's not entirely true, is it? Because, if they've got other writers in there, they've got other people in to play with her toys, I know they'll have a... Fingers crossed, J.K. Rowling will make them stick to the canon of Harry Potter, but there will be wiggle room for stuff, because adaptations are never identical to the books. But I imagine this will be a reasonably honourable, is that the word? Whatever. Honourable adaptation of the books. I hope. But anyway. And that's her right, and is obviously very profitable for her, so that's what we get. Sounds a bit bitter, doesn't it? Or a bit, I don't know, a bit writery precious. I want to do what I want to do, which we get a lot these days, don't we? Anyway. And there's Voldemort. Why has he got no nose? Has it ever been answered? I don't know if it has or not. Probably. As I said, I've not read the books. Greenwald's comments are just another red flag for this series. Does it have no nose in the books? Does it say? I don't know. Anyway. Greenwald's comments are just another red flag for this series. Maybe the biggest one was a recent casting call for the three main characters, Harry, Ron and Hermione. The casting call, which was published to the official Harry Potter website, Wizarding World, noted the production team was committed to inclusive, diverse casting. For every role, please submit qualified performers without regard to ethnicity, sex, disability, race, sexual orientation, gender identity, or any other basis protected by law, unless otherwise specifically indicated. But that's legalese. They've got to say that, haven't they? You've got to put that sort of thing in. It's like when you're advertising a job, you're not allowed to say, even though sometimes it does happen, you're not allowed to say white people only, or black people only, or even though that does happen. For some weird reason. Or, disabled people need not apply. Stuff like that. You're not allowed to do it, are you? So they're the saying, everybody can apply. Don't worry about, disabilities or your race or anything like that. Just you can apply. Don't mean they're going to get the job, but we'll see, won't we? There's the casting call. There we go, an image of it. The casting call is not surprising in modern Hollywood, as nearly all major Hollywood production companies have publicly stated quotas in regard to its hiring practices, whether that be for actors, writers or crew. Even J.K. Rowling defended the decision to cast actress Noma, I'm going to struggle with this one, Dumeswene, to play a race-swapped Hermione in the stage play Harry Potter and the Cursed Child. Rowling defended the decision, telling The Guardian, "With my experience of social media, I thought that idiots were going to idiot, but what can you say? That's the way the world is. Noma was chosen because she was the best actress for the job. When John told me he'd cast her, I said, oh, that's fabulous, because I'd seen her in a workshop, and she was fabulous. Maybe she is, but Hermione's not black." Is she? In the book, she's described as, I think fair-skinned and, ginger hair, whatever she's got. I don't know. I can't remember what colour hair she's got in the book. No, it's Ron that's ginger, isn't it? Whatever. I'm going off on a tangent and getting things wrong. As usual, there's Emma Watson. She went mental, didn't she? Nevertheless, Rowling and Max executives have claimed the series will be authentic to the original books. We'll see, won't we? When the show was initially announced, Warner Bros. Discovery announced the stories from each of Rowling's Harry Potter books will become a decade-long series produced with the same epic craft, love and care this global franchise is known for. The series will feature a new cast to lead a new generation of fandom, full of the fantastic detail, much-loved characters and dramatic locations that Harry Potter fans have loved for over 25 years. Each season will be authentic to the original books and bring Harry Potter and these incredible adventures to new audiences around the world, while the original classic and beloved films will remain at the core of the franchise and available to watch globally, it explained. Fingers crossed. I hope it is, because I love the Harry Potter films, and this is the time of year now where I start binge watching like Lord of the Rings and the Harry Potter films. When the nights are drawing in, we get the house all cosy, get candles lit and all that stuff, because I'm a geek. Get the lamp on and the candles lit and get the room all cosy, get Lord of the Rings on, get Harry Potter on. Can't beat it. With a nice big pot of tea and some biscuits. Even though I shouldn't be eating biscuits, I'm supposed to be trying to lose weight. But anyway, where were we? Oh, there's a X post. Not allowed to call them tweets anymore, just call them tweets. Rowling added at the time, Max's commitment to preserving the integrity of my books is important to me, and I'm looking forward to being part of this new adaptation, which will allow for a degree of depth and detail only afforded by a long-form television series. As much as I love the Harry Potter books, it'd be nice, wouldn't it, if J.K. Rowling did, say, I was kind of inspired by the worst witch books. But I don't know, has she ever? I don't know. But she should do. Anyway, HBO Max content chairman and CEO Casey Bloys, that's a hell of a name, isn't it? Added, we are delighted to give audiences the opportunity to discover Hogwarts in a whole new way. By the way, I love the game Hogwarts Legacy. I think that's an image from Hogwarts Legacy. I just found it on the internet. Really like that game, and I'm glad to hear they're working on Hogwarts Legacy 2. Pardon me. And I did play through the whole game. If you go onto my channel, there's a playlist with Hogwarts Legacy playthrough. It took me a while. He added, Harry Potter is a cultural phenomenon, and it is clear there is such an enduring love and thirst for the wizarding world. In partnership with Warner Brothers Television and J.K. Rowling, this new Max original series will dive deep into each of the iconic books that fans have continued to enjoy for all of these years. And there's J.K. Rowling reading books, but it looks like she's in the Matrix behind. I know it's just a fence with some shrubbery behind, but it looks like she's in the Matrix. Doesn't it? Anyway, there she is, Joanne Rowling, billionairess. The show is, and I don't besmirch her for that. Good for her. I'm kind of a fan of J.K. Rowling, to be completely honest. Let's say self-made woman, crossroads demon, perhaps at some point involved. I always think that when somebody's super successful, I always think there's some sort of ritual going on in the background. Anyway, because I'm just jealous. The show is expected to arrive on Max sometime in 2026. Warner Brothers Discovery CEO David Zaslav shared during the company's fourth quarter 2023 earnings call in February. Crikey, that was a sentence now. Half a sentence. We have not been shy about our excitement around Harry Potter. The last film was made more than a dozen years ago. I was in London a few weeks ago with Casey and Channing, whoever that is. Maybe it's mentioned them already, I don't know. I've forgotten already. And we spent some real time, maybe it's Channing Tatum, I don't know. And we spent some real time with JK and her team. Both sides are thrilled to be reigniting this franchise. Our conversations were great and we couldn't be more excited about what's ahead. He added, we can't wait to share a decade of new stories with fans around the world on Max. We're aiming for a debut in 2026. I think it's going to be really good. What do you make of blah, 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 blah? I think it's going to be really, really good because it's Max, isn't it? And Max generally make really, really good TV shows, House of the Dragon, etc. Even, in today's, woke climate, which is kind of diminishing now slowly. It's kind of ebbing away in it, the woke culture. Thank goodness, but there she is in the Matrix again. What's she reading? I can't read it. I can't read which one it is. Yes, so there we go. that's it. This writer, is he just a writer? Will he just be doing one episode, or is he like, will he be working on all of the episodes? I don't know. I mean, he's been a showrunner on an entire series. I forgot where Andy Greenwald. What the series? Briar Patch. Never heard of. So I don't know. It's one of the writers on the show. So that means he could be writing for all of the episodes for each season. I mean, there's going to be 7 seasons. So I don't know. But they often say this, though, don't they? That in writers' rooms, sometimes they will say, the producers and stuff, we don't want fans to be writers, which is kind of mental. But because they don't want somebody to go in, they don't want a writer to go in with, a set way of how they should be writing a show. But maybe they should have that. Because if it's a franchise, a beloved franchise, with a lore and canon to follow, really I think you need fans. If it's a new franchise or new, whatever, then you can do what you want, can't you? But if you're in a property that's beloved by billions of people around the world, you need to stick to the source material, don't you? But I think sometimes Hollywood in particular loses sight of that, and they want to do their own thing and make their own thing different to the source material for some weird reason. Probably just so they can say, we did our own thing, look how clever we are, we made this better. I think that's how they think. But anyway, so there we go. That's just my thoughts on that. But I think the series will end up being good. I think J.K. Rowling will keep she'll rein them in, and if they stray too far, I think she'll put them right. I think she will. I think she'll put them right. But I think they will have some wiggle room, and I wouldn't be surprised if we do see some changes to the way we expect the cast to look. I don't think we'll get a black, disabled, gay Harry Potter. I don't think we will. But I think we could see some other changes. I don't think the main characters, Harry, Hermione and Ron, I think they will remain pretty much as we expect them to be. Ron will be a ginger, Hermione will be an English rose, frightfully posh, I think. And Harry will be Harry, he'll be just some kid with round glasses on. That's what I think. But I think the rest of the cast, anything could happen. You could have a black Dumbledore, which is fine, whatever. If it's a good actor, Idris Elba, he'd be a good Dumbledore, wouldn't he? But anyway, so there we go. That's just my thoughts on that. Right, so we'll leave it there. We will leave it there. Again, don't forget, like and subscribe, share, comment, etc. Links, description, blah, blah, blah. Thanks for watching. Wherever you are, look after each other. And until next time, I'll say there.